Baltimore Ravens are still alive in the AFC playoff race. They beat the Green Bay Packers on Saturday Night Football, of all things, 41-24. Listen, it ain't over until it's over. Quiet Storm Sports, here we go. Yes. Welcome back. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you might be listening to this. You are listening to the Purple Rain podcast, but more specifically, you're listening to Quiet Storm Sports. I'm your host, Sudden Def. The Ravens just got a W. And you know what that calls for? That calls for Cowboy Sutton. That calls for Cowboy Sutton, a 41-24 victory over the Packers. I love it. Personally. You know what I'm saying? This one was, of course, not the end-all, be-all. The Ravens still need the Browns to take care of business against the Steelers tomorrow in Cleveland, by the way. I've seen crazier things happen, you know? I'm going to start off with that. The Ravens still have a shot to make the playoffs if the Browns can beat the Steelers on Sunday. Now, if you're watching this after the fact, if the Browns have not beaten the Steelers, I'm sorry, okay? I'll take off this cowboy hat. As a matter of fact, no, the fuck I won't. And keep it on. You know why? Because the Ravens did what they needed to do. Okay, they did what they needed to do. They got the W. They got the victory, 41-24 on the road in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Had Tyler Huntley wearing cheese grater hats by the end of it. Beautiful victory. As you guys can see the title of this video, Ravens ran all over the Green Bay Packers in this 41-24 victory, man. Absolutely glorious. I loved it. I know you loved it. Everybody watching in the chat right now, make sure you please like this video. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'd appreciate that. Purple Rain Podcast on YouTube. Give us a sub. We're reacting live daily to all Ravens news. Whether it be me and Alex, we're locked in here at PRP. Join the Rain Gang. Do it. I'm hyped tonight, guys. I'm hyped. Again, this is my instant reaction to the Ravens getting this W over the Browns. No, Browns. I'm thinking the Browns. The Browns got to get a W tomorrow. Ravens W over the Packers. I'm sorry. Let me go through the stats here. And maybe this is just the Ravens love bombing us again. I'm a sucker for it. I'm a sucker for this Ravens team. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a sucker for them. I am. And again, this is my instant reaction. So, you know, maybe the Browns do win tomorrow. I know I just accidentally said their name because I'm thinking about them like I'm fixated on the Browns now. Browns need to win. Shador needs to prove himself. Myles Garrett needs to get the sack record and then some. Cleveland is playing at home only for their pride. Maybe that's why I'm thinking about Cleveland so much right now. I don't know. Let's come back 4 p.m. tomorrow. I feel that. I understand that. But everybody here in the live chat, if you're part of the hashtag replay gang, even give me a salute. Give me a good Sutton salute. Purple Rain gang salute. Ravens get a W tonight. Again, Browns got to take care of business tomorrow for the season to even mean anything. But let's focus on tonight. Let's talk about the stats. And I'm going to get into my notes, my key notes for this game. I'll go through the stats first. Tyler Huntley in this game, 16 for 20 passing, 107 passing yards, 1 passing touchdown, no interceptions, got sacked 1 time. Let me see. Derrick Henry, When you talk about a goddamn fall off the bone performance, that's what Derrick Henry had tonight against the Green Bay Packers. A fall off the bone performance. We're talking about 36 carries. 36, count them. 36 carries. Not 26, not 16, but 36 carries. And look what happens. John Harbaugh. Look what happens. Todd Monken. Look what happens when your star back gets the lion's share of the carries. Look what happens. Derrick Henry got 36 carries tonight, and the Ravens put up 41. What is that? The most points they've put up all season? Is that the most points they've put up all season? Because I think they put up 40 in Buffalo week 1, if I'm not mistaken. I got to go look that up. Why am I sweating so much? I'm not sweating. I'm just moisturized, unlike you. Go get moisturized. My wife makes sure that I'm moisturized, okay? Understand that. But I am also excited. What's going on, y'all? Over 100 people watching live right now. Again, salute to you. Raven season alive, baby. Let's go. Like the video for that alone. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Again, my name is Sutton Def. This is the Purple Rain Podcast YouTube channel. I'm hammered right now, full disclosure. I'm hammered right now. I did not expect the Ravens to win this game. Y'all see I got my water. But we did. Let me lock in, y'all. Let's get into it. Why we ain't do this all season? I agree with you, brother. I agree with you. But again, Derrick Henry, 36 carries, 216 yards. Averaging 6 yards a carry. 4 touchdown runs. Let's stop right there. Derrick Henry, 36 carries, over 200 yards rushing, 4 touchdown runs. John Harbaugh, I know you had a quota to hit tonight when it came to Derrick Henry rush attempts. I know you did, and that's okay. But I know the only reason why you had that quota is because of what happened last week. You knew you were dead wrong. You knew we would not be in this position to begin with, relying on Shedeur Sanders tomorrow and Myles Garrett to beat the Steelers. You knew this. Yet last week, you decided not to give the ball to Derrick Henry. And this week, you just proved yourself wrong. And you proved all the fans right. You should have given the ball to Derrick Henry way more often. Why? Because Derrick Henry, he's the answer. Especially in cold weather football season. This is the season where it is sub 30 degrees outside. Nobody wants to tackle Derrick Henry, and it was apparent from the first and second drive of the game. You had Packers players, you had Packers DBs crying and whining in the first quarter. McKinney from the Packers, number 29, Xavier McKinney, I want to say. Dude was crying in the first quarter like, bro, why do y'all keep letting him into the second level? He was crying. He was boo-hooing. Okay? That should tell you all you need to know. These dudes do not want to tackle number 22, Derrick Henry, in these cold weather games. They just don't want to do it. So what do? You give Derrick Henry the ball, checks nose. How many times? 36 times. You gave Derrick Henry the ball 36 times. The Ravens put up 41 points for the first time since what, week 2 or week 1? It's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence. Let me keep going through the stats. Keaton Mitchell, 9 carries, 31 yards. Zay Flowers in this one, 4 catches for 30 yards and 1 touchdown. I'm going to get into that Zay Flowers touchdown in a little bit because I think it was some bullshit. And I think you might know what I'm talking about when I say that. Stay tuned. Mark Andrews in this one, Mr. 3 more years and $39 million more dollars. Mark Andrews, 4 catches for 28 yards, no touchdowns, but 4 catches for 28 yards. His best performance since the 3 for 39 contract, by the way. Isaiah Likely, 3 catches for 27 yards, had 2 catches early in this game, largely disappeared for the rest of it. You know, again, Derrick Henry was the main character of this one. Rasheen Ali had 2 catches for 8 yards. Rashad Bateman, who's been ice cold, literally ice cold all season long, 1 catch, 7 yards. Keaton Mitchell, 2 catches for 7 yards. Tyler Loop in this game made 2 field goals on 2 field goals attempted. And he made 5 of his 5 extra points, so he was flawless tonight, Mr. Loop. Shout out to Mr. Loop. Shout out to Steve Loop, if he's in the chat. Steve Loop, kin of Tyler Loop. Shout out to you. He played well tonight. He kicked well tonight. Okay. Let me get to my notes. My notes are a little bit harsher. They're a little bit more harsh than my praise for the Ravens. Okay? A little bit more harsh. And again, if you're just getting in here, tip the cap. Okay? Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. If you do one of those 3 things, I'd appreciate you. We'd appreciate you here at PRP. Again, this is Quiet Storm Sports. Appreciate all of y'all for coming through. Almost 200 people watching live right now. Shout out to y'all. Let me get to my notes. And so we got a moderator in the chat. Tila, and the N stands for moderator. So make sure you're on your best behavior, or else you're getting booted up out of here. Okay? And that's for all of my live chat members. If you're part of the hashtag replay gang, you're safe. Tila will not strike you from existence. Okay? But if you're part of the live chat, please behave. Because if you don't behave, you're getting put up out of here. Heather, we pouring up. I was pouring up earlier, but now I got my water. Asmodeus in the house. What's going on, Asmodeus? Another one of our moderators in here. Asmodeus the mod. What's going on, brother? Appreciate you for coming through. Make sure they stay straight in here too. Appreciate that. And again, shout out to all of our members. Old school Ravens football, you love to see it. Who said that? Purple City 410. Old school Ravens football, you love to see it. Defense showing out. I know that's right. Let me get to my notes. On this game. Number 1, who knew Derrick Henry was good at football, right? Again, after last week when Lamar Jackson went down and the Ravens had a must-win-it game against the Patriots at home, mind you, and Derrick Henry was literally tearing up to shreds the Patriots' run defense. And we stopped running Derrick Henry. As if he's quite simply not good enough to close the game. Imagine that. Who knew Derrick Henry was actually good at football? Who knew that you could give Derrick Henry the football on 1st, 2nd, or 3rd down, or hell, even in some cases 4th down, and he can make some shit happen? He can bring your team home. Salute to that. Salute to Derrick Henry running with passion tonight. Because Derrick Henry could have very well went out there and said, hey, look, man, this Ravens team is not what I expected it to be. Our quarterback is not out there. I'm not going to run that hard tonight. I'm going to pack it in. As easy as it could have been for him to say that. And I don't say that to mean like he could have like purposely tried to like not play hard tonight. I don't mean that. But you could tell Derrick Henry was playing with an extra vengeance tonight. He was playing with an extra level of tenacity. An extra level of like, want to. I want to show John Harbaugh and this Ravens organization why you should not have benched me a week prior against the Patriots. Again, who knew Derrick Henry was good at football? We got a new sub, Longmire. Oh, no, we got a new member. New membership. Thank you for joining the membership, the Rain Gang family, Longmire. Howdy. Thank you for joining the Rain Gang. Appreciate you. What was I sipping on? I was sipping on some beer and some tequila. You guys know me. Not right now. I'm taking a little break from it. Somebody said I was sweaty. I'm just moisturized. And a little moist. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little nervous down the stretch of that game. I'm not gonna lie. Don't judge me. Fuck you. Okay. Just like the video. Next note. The defense, wildly inconsistent. The two main culprits that I want to bring up in this video, in this instant reaction video, again, make sure you guys like this video. Marlon Humphrey, you got to get up out of here, man. I'm sorry. You got to get up out of here. Marlon Humphrey, it's about it for you. You're getting burned way too much. Way too much for my liking. Yeah, Marlon Humphrey, he gets these kind of gift-wrapped picks, interceptions every now and then, where somebody tips it, and it just falls right into the lap of Marlon Humphrey before or after he's getting cooked for the entire game. I'm not falling for it. I'm sorry, Marlon. I pray he's not live on Instagram right now. Because, bro, you don't deserve it. You're giving guys free releases left, right, center. Guys are bagging on you. You're a target now at this point. You are food. Quite simple. As Modia says, take another shot with me, bro. You got whiskey? I do not have whiskey. I have tequila. I can take a shot of tequila. I'd have to go get it, though. That's the thing. I'd have to go get it. But since you sent the super chat donation, I will go get that for you. And I will take a shot of tequila or liquor overall with you. Because, look, salute. It's a Ravens W. I'll do that in a second. Choppa City says the offense runs so smooth with Tyler Huntley. I agree with that. Huntley was super decisive in this game. We're talking about when it comes to Tyler Huntley's performance, I really have no notes. You're talking about being decisive on whether it was time to run or pass the football. Hey, look, man. This dude was on time with it every single time. And I honestly think this may be a hot take, and y'all might hate me for this. Y'all really might hate me for this. But, like, this is my instant reaction again. This is my instant reaction to the Ravens win tonight. Y'all might hate me for it. I think Lamar Jackson needs to take notes from what Tyler Huntley just did. Is that a crazy take? Look, what I mean by that is, look, when we dial up the quick game, go with the underneath receiver, right? Go with the guy who's going to get you into second and short, third and short, right? Throw it to that guy. When you don't see your first read open, tuck that football, run it. What that does to a defense is just honestly insurmountable for a defensive coordinator, because it's like, what do you do? Okay, we had everything covered up on the outside. We had the rushing lanes accounted for, but the quarterback just kind of took off and ran for 8 yards, 10 yards. What are we supposed to do with that? What are we supposed to call next, most importantly? You know what I mean? Like, Zach Orr called a good game, for sure. For sure. But like overall, this defense, I thought that they played very well. I thought that they played very well. Let me say this though. I talked about the inconsistency, and mainly where I saw that was in the DB room. Marlon Humphrey, it's time to hang it up. Talked about you. You got burned multiple times. You lost a step clearly. But Nate Wiggins, let's have a talk. Nate Wiggins, step into my office. Nate Wiggins, listen, bud. You are a damn good corner. You're a damn good corner. But I just need you to be a scotch more. I hit my mic when I said that, but I need you to be a scotch more, a little bit more. I need Nate Wiggins to be a little bit more consistent in coverage. Because the rate he's getting cooked at now, I mean, it's like, bro, it's like at least 2-3 times a game the defense is looking Nate Wiggins' way. And Nate Wiggins is supposed to be like this speedy guy, you know what I mean? Like, can get beat off the first step and still catch up with his guy and, you know, and make a play on the football. Nah, not really seeing that. He got beat multiple times in this game against the Packers versus multiple guys. Getting cooked, quite frankly. I mean, I know we like to say he's a lockdown corner. He's next up. He's the next guy in Baltimore to really be the cornerback number one. But it's not just this game. There's been multiple games this season where you kind of look at Nate Wiggins like with the side eye, like, hold on, nigga. You ain't as good as folks is advertising you to be, as we advertising you to be. You know, I can't get up here on this podcast and wear this cowboy hat and big up Nate Wiggins. I keep hitting my mic. I'm mad. You feel me? I'm mad because, like, I can't keep getting up here and bigging up Nate Wiggins like he that. Like he the truth. When he be getting cooked, let's be real. Nate Wiggins be getting cooked. Broiled, fried, air fried, baked, reheated. He be getting cooked. Let's talk about it. And Nate Wiggins, I hope you're hearing this. Because you got to step it up, bro. Because we expect you to be the next Marlon Humphrey. Marlon Humphrey, there was a time where he was locked down. You know, I gotta give Marlon Humphrey some grace now because he's getting a little bit older. He's a little bit long in the tooth now, right? He's not gonna be able to do the same things that he used to. But Nate Wiggins, you a young spring chicken, my brother. I need to see you getting hands on these dudes. I know you're not the most physical guy, But you got to put some weight on. You and Mike Green. Put some weight on. Because y'all too light in the ass right now for me. Let me know if y'all agree. Am I tripping? I don't think I'm tripping. But they too light in the ass for me. Nate Wiggins, Mike Green. We talking about the defense right now. Too light in the ass. Put some weight on. Start jamming these niggas. Again, excuse my language. But it pisses me off. And like really get physical. Get physical. Get physical. All right. All right. Let's move on. More of my notes. I mean, again, the defense wildly inconsistent. Pass rush still is not there. Travis Jones had himself a sack tonight. Love to see that. I need to see more immediate pressure. I need to see more immediate pressure on the quarterback. I do. But let's move on. Zay Flowers. Zay Flowers had a touchdown in this game. That was great. That was great. However, let me say this, and nobody's going to talk about this. How? Why? You know, I don't understand it. Does somebody else agree with me on that? I really don't know. I really don't know. Is the live frozen? As Modi said, it's frozen. I hope it's not frozen. I hope you guys can hear what I'm saying about the Zay Flowers touchdown right now. Because, like, I loved the fact that Zay scored again. And now he's up to as many receiving touchdowns this year as he has fumbles. 3 for 3. It was. They froze me exposing Zay Flowers, says Lil. I wasn't even exposing him. I was exposing the NFL. I said if Zay Flowers scored that touchdown, right, where he caught it, got 2 feet down, and was immediately out of bounds, but reached the ball over the goal line, that was a touchdown. But Isaiah Likely a couple of weeks ago, catching the ball, getting 2 feet down, reaching it, extending it while he's already in the end zone, that wasn't a touchdown. As a matter of fact, it was ruled a touchdown on the field, but then overturned. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Like I just do not understand what is and what is not a touchdown. I feel like I'm always at the mercy of the National Football League when it comes to what is and what is not a touchdown. I cannot decisively determine it for myself. That's the problem. Somebody who's been watching this game for decades. You know, I should know what is and what is not a touchdown. And after tonight, I still do not know. Holy crap, man. Holy crap. Yeah, you guys weren't tweaking. I froze. Everybody says I froze. It's okay. I guess I'm back now. Shout out to you guys. 168 people watching live right now. Shout out to you guys. This is the Purple Rain Podcast YouTube channel. I am your host, Sudden Death. And this is the Quiet Storm Sports Show where we go live late at nights after games. Hell, we go live midday every day covering these Baltimore Ravens, if that sounds good to you. If you want to keep up with that, make sure you like this video again. Subscribe to the channel. I damn near lost my voice, if you guys can't tell. I have been screaming at the TV for one. I'm also a little bit under the weather. I'm a little bit sick right now. And I'm also hammered too. I've been drinking tonight. Okay. I told his Modius I'd get a shot with him. Haven't been able to do that. I've been talking to you guys. He says I want to get high. Asmodeus, I gotta hang with you. Asmodeus. We gotta hang out someday. Chris says, feel better soon. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate you. I'm a little under the weather, but here for you guys and here for the Rain Gang. I appreciate you guys for coming through. You guys didn't have to do that, but you guys support us here, and I wanna reciprocate. Let me see. So again, Tyler Huntley was very decisive in this game. I loved his decisiveness in tucking and running the football, and when deciding when to throw the football. Like I said before, Lamar Jackson could take some notes from that. You don't always have to go for the big play. Sometimes just tuck it, run it. I don't care what the media says. Tuck it, run it for those 8 to 10 to 12 yards. Like, that's a backbreaker for defenses. I don't care if they wake up the next morning and say you're a running back. Are you winning? Are you a winning back? That's what matters, Lamar. Are you more afraid about them calling you a running back than a winning back? You got to win. Okay? And he's done that for most of his career. But again, I think that Lamar should take some notes from that game. I do. Maybe a hot take, but it's my take. This was the first 30-plus point game since Huntley's start versus the Bears. The last Lamar-led 30-point game was in Week 3. I believe against the Detroit Lions, which the Ravens lost, by the way. Let me see. Clayton Tune came in this game. So Malik Willis got hurt in this one. Clayton Tune, their third string backup, came in. It was funny because on the last episode of the Purple Rain podcast with me and Alex, literally just yesterday, as soon as we had gotten off of live, as soon as we had ended our live stream, news had came out that Jordan Love was not playing and that Malik Willis would be starting for the Packers. And so I immediately told Alex, I was like, hey, look, who is their third string quarterback? Because I feel like at some point in this game, Malik Willis, would it be that shoulder or that illness, he just can't go anymore, he's not going to be able to go. And sure enough, Malik Willis came out of this game in the second half, and Clayton Tune came in and did absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Asmodeus, renewing the membership. Appreciate you, Asmodeus. As always, man, long-time viewer of the show. Definitely a Purple Rain pioneer. Shout out to Asmodeus Donatos in the chat, our moderator here. Again, you act up, you get put out. Asmodeus is in here. Tila's in here. Don't act up. Okay? But again, appreciate y'all for coming through. Tune came in the game. Clayton Tune came in the game, and he gave Marlon Humphrey again another gift wrapped pick. A gift wrapped pick. After Marlon Humphrey got cooked all game, and again, if Marlon Humphrey goes on Instagram Live after this game, I haven't seen it yet since clearly I'm on live with you guys right now. Again, this is my instant reaction. If you're part of the hashtag replay game, which means you're watching this after the fact, maybe sometime overnight or sometime in the morning, something like that. Hello, shout out to you. This is the Purple Rain Podcast YouTube channel, a Baltimore Ravens podcast. But this specifically is the Quiet Storm Sports Show with your host, Sutton Def. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. Like the video if you are new here. We'd appreciate that. Asmodeus, I love that. Asmodeus, I love that. That's what it is from here on out. And maybe that's actually how it's pronounced. I don't think so, but I don't know. I'm gonna say Asmodeus from here on out. Lamar did the same thing when he sat out in the playoffs with his knee. He's a selfish player. Lamar Jackson is a selfish player. Chat, let me know how you feel about that one. Because I don't think that the Lamar Jackson who has gotten hurt multiple times in his career in game and come back into the game and made a huge impact on the game, right? I don't think that guy is a selfish player. I don't think that the guy who, lifts up all his teammates, regardless of the situation, is a selfish player. When have you ever heard Lamar Jackson throw any of his teammates under the bus? Right? How can you call Lamar Jackson a selfish player when he's dealt with a hamstring injury this year, a knee injury this year, a ankle injury this year, right? A back injury this year, a toe injury this year, Did I mention an ankle? I think I did. How can you call him selfish? I mean, the guy's just beat up. How can you call him selfish when literally just last year, literally just 365 days ago, he had threw for 41 touchdowns to only 4 interceptions? I mean, it's a choice. Walkman 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's a choice for you to say that. It's a choice. It's a choice. As Madius says, I subbed to Marlo just so I can ask him why is his coverage so ass the next time he's live. Yeah, ask him about that. Ask him about that because, boy, oh boy, I mean, these podcasts, they come in hot every week. But the lockdown coverage is not. Those podcasts, I mean, Marlo be so ready. Do y'all notice that? He like me. Okay, and he shouldn't be like me. Shouldn't be like Sutton. Okay? It's my job to post podcasts. Okay? I don't make millions of dollars on a yearly basis. I don't. I need you to get out there and be a dog. Getting on these podcasts and front running, you know, when the Ravens win and saying, "Oh yeah, you know, I caught a pick," and I'm sure he's going to get on his podcast tomorrow. And say, "Oh yeah, I got an interception," and I don't know who his co-host is. He always gets a random guy who just kind of, I guess, feeds into whatever he's got to say. Marlon, I would love to be on your podcast. I would love to get on your podcast and really tell you about yourself, to tell you about your performance and how it really is perceived by Ravens fans around the world. Because your performance does not warrant you getting up on that podcast and acting like you're retired already. Honestly. Acting like you weren't on that field just now. It might be over for Marlo. And like I mentioned, I see Anthony in the chat says number 2 Wiggins had the biggest target or the bigger target on him tonight. I talked about Wiggins. He not off the hook either. Nate Wiggins was getting cooked. Air fried, broiled, regular fried, sauteed. Okay? He was getting cooked. And I think it's time to start having a conversation for Nate Wiggins' sake. Because I know Nate hears the noise. All of them do. But I know Nate hears the noise. Like, bro, it's time to start playing. It's time to stop, as a matter of fact. It's time to stop playing the soft coverage, get hands on guys, throw off the receiver's timing, and then use your speed to keep up with them step for step. It seems like Nate Wiggins is like so focused on reading the quarterback's eyes until the receiver is already even with him. And you know what the saying is, when he's even, he's leaving. You cannot allow professional football wide receivers to get even with you. Because their quarterbacks are going to take that chance every time. And you've been getting embarrassed lately. Nate Wiggins, not Marlon Humphrey. Humphrey too, but I'm talking about Nate Wiggins. Everybody's darling. Ravens fans, darling. Cornerback. He got to step that shit up. I'm sorry, but he does. Man. Willis had all day to throw in the pocket. You know, the pass rush still ain't been there. Cameron says Wiggins is fast as fuck. Let him bump and run. Yeah, bump. He can run. He don't bump. That's the problem. None of them bump. None of them get physical at the line of scrimmage. None of them get physical within 5 yards. They let these guys get to the second and third level, and they try to chase them. Marlon Humphrey did it multiple times this year. Nate Wiggins has done it multiple times this year. I hate it. I hate that. The pass rush is not good enough for that. You to play that type of coverage. It's just not. Chike in the house with a super chat donation. Chike making it rain here with the 10-piece. Appreciate you, Chike. Chike says, with this victory, how much of a guarantee does John Harbaugh have now? If I'm being honest, this confirms that John Harbaugh will have a job next year, but then something tells me that Lamar will have a say, bro. I'll say this. As much as I am happy for a Ravens win tonight, I do also think that, and I agree with Chike here, John Harbaugh, and in large part, Derrick Henry has saved John Harbaugh's job. You're talking about 200 yards rushing and 4 touchdowns. Count them. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 touchdowns. Steve Bisciotti is salivating over a game like this. Salivating. He's like, oh, well, you know, my guy John, I hired him 18 years ago. He's still winning games. You know what I mean? Like, he can still win. I think we should keep him around at least for the rest of his contract. That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. And I cannot stand it. I guarantee you. That's what's going on. Steve Bisciotti, he saw the performance tonight from the Ravens team. He saw what happened when you do the obvious, when you give Derrick Henry the ball over 20 times. And oh, by the way, again, he got the ball 36 times tonight. Steve Bisciotti saw what happened when you give your best players the opportunity to win the game. You win the game. Surprise, surprise. But the credit will be given to John Harbaugh. The grace will be given to John Harbaugh. And he will be allowed to finish out his contract extension. He will be allowed to do that. Promise you. Promise you that. Appreciate you, Chike. Appreciate that. Sadly, John Harbaugh might be back next year. Ain't no sadly. Ain't no might. He will, Frank. He will. 100%. 100% satisfaction guaranteed. He's going to be back in full effect. Don't forget to join the Rain Gang, guys. Like this video. Subscribe to the channel if you're watching on YouTube. If you're not watching on YouTube, if you're watching on X, if you're watching on Kick, any other platform, again, this is the Purple Rain, and Rain is spelled REIGN. Podcast YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. Give us a shout out on YouTube. If you want to follow me on X, my following is at Sutton Def. At Sutton Def. Appreciate that. Coach, what's going on, Coach? Sip 2 Tally Films in the house. I was in his live stream earlier today during the game. You know, me and he must have been watching the Peacock stream too, because me and his stream were pretty much neck and neck. I was happy about that. You know, I've always been concerned about going live during the games because I feel like, you know, everybody who's watching my games is like ahead of me, ahead of my stream. I don't know if it has to do with something, me being, you know, in Texas. Because for those of you guys who don't know, I live in Texas. And obviously the Ravens play on the East Coast. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. But Coach, I was on the same accord with you in the live chat. I almost wanted to hit you up and be like, hey, let me join the live stream. You know what I'm saying? We can do this together. It was almost like that. But want to let Coach do his thing. I go live with Coach and Jose from Lunch Break Hot Take, Carrie from Deep Cover Podcast, and Chris from Deep Cover Podcast as well. I go live with them once a week on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern time. If you guys want to check that out, make sure you guys check that out on Sip2 Tally Films YouTube channel. You guys see his handle right there. You guys see that handle? Chris says, I need the drink Sutton had. I need to have some more drinks. And I'm getting ready to have some more drinks. I'm getting ready to hop off this live stream. I'm getting ready to hop off this live stream, Chris. Shout out to you, Chris. One of our members here. Asmodia says, what part of Texas? I'm considering moving down there in a few years. Houston, Texas. Houston got another big W today. Houston got a big W over the Chargers. They look good. CJ Stroud looked phenomenal. I was watching that first half of that game, and he was just throwing deep touchdown after deep touchdown. I was like, Jesus Christ, man. This is not the same team that I watched get blown out on Christmas Day last year, almost a year ago today, by our Ravens. I was actually there at NRG Stadium that day when the Ravens blew out the Texans Christmas. But, fast forward a year later, the Texans are they're on top of it. They're on top of it. So, Shador come through tomorrow. Y'all already know what it is. Y'all already know what time it is. Shador, come through for me, baby. Come through for me. And not only just Shador. I'm talking to you too, Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett, you are what is it? 1 sack away, a half a sack away from the single season sack record. I need you to end at least 2 or 3 of those Steelers drives. No DK Metcalf. And then on the defensive side of things, no TJ Watt. Oh, by the way, they're playing in Cleveland. Oh, by the way, Cleveland has won 2 of the last 4 against Pittsburgh, which means they play them tough. There's still a chance, is what I'm saying. Ravens fans, there is still a chance for this Ravens team to make the playoffs. If the Browns can pull off a victory tomorrow against the Steelers, then it's going to all come down to Week 18 in Pittsburgh, mind you. Ravens versus Steelers. Winner takes all. Winner takes the division, the AFC North, and subsequently a playoff spot. What a season. What a season. It's almost as if I wish we could have lost today. It's almost as if I wish the Ravens would have just lost today and put us out of our misery, right? But now I got to be delusional. Now I got to be Delulu. Now I got to be Delulu. Right? Is anybody with me? Who is with me? Because I know somebody out there is with me right now. I'm the Lulu. I think that the Browns, I'm not even going to say this with my face showing. I think the Browns can beat the Steelers tomorrow. And when they do, trust and believe, I will be live again immediately after, hyping up the Week 18 Ravens versus Steelers matchup. And if they don't, I won't. But listen, guys, I love y'all. I'm going to end the stream here. This is, again, my instant reaction to the Ravens' 41-24 victory over the Green Bay Packers. Their season stays alive. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel, follow me, whatever you guys may be listening on. This is the Purple Rain Rain spelled REIGN. Sorry. Again, I'm hammered. That's how passionate I am. I get on stream after I'm already drunk. The Purple Rain Podcast YouTube channel. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay positive, test negative. Never, ever forget to call God. Never, ever forget to call God, by the way. Peace.